So extrinsic muscles of the foot start outside the foot and end in the foot. Intrinsic muscles start in the foot and end in the foot. And so we have intrinsic muscles here that help lift the plantar fascia. And the idea is, well, if you have fallen arches or if you pronate too easily, we have to work with those intrinsic muscles to lift the foot. The thing is they're not mechanically advantaged to do so. They're little muscles that are short without long levers, and they'll get fatigued very, very fast. And even in human gait, like regular gait, the intrinsic muscles really only kick on for a very short moment, and that's part of this thing called the Windlass Mechanism. And it has to do with kind of the plantar fascia and the tensioning of the plantar fascia. So it's the intrinsic muscles mostly kick on right when you toe off, is mostly when they kick on. And they help kind of pull the plantar fascia up. You know, when you step down, it spreads, there's elasticity, it's stretched, stores potential energy. So, this isn't a gait training, so it doesn't matter that much, but it's not just the intrinsic muscles of the feet that help with the arches. It's actually the stirrup. Because like a suspension bridge is much stronger, it's much stronger to hold something by its, I don't know what whatever, than it is to build something up from beneath. And so it's really about tibialis anterior. Come close so you can see my foot. Because I've got really good foot tendons. And when I was in massage school, the teacher every time we were doing lower leg, he'd call me over and he'd say, "So beautiful." I was like, you're weird. He was really into feet. But you can see my tendon of the tibialis anterior. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So here's my tibialis anterior, this meaty part. Here's my shin bone. Here's this meaty part, the tibialis anterior. Comes down and it crosses. You can see as I move, you see that? And it crosses over and attaches at the bottom of the foot. It's the one stirrup. Okay? So tibialis anterior is good for arches. So like Elaine says, this part of the arches, but it's not just the intrinsic muscles, it's also the extrinsic muscles, right? And the other one would be the peroneals. So if you get into anatomy, you can like walk over and find all the digitorum extensors and so on. But the peroneals, you can see you see those tendons?
Yeah.
Right? Okay? And they kind of run behind the lateral malleolus and they come around and also attach. And so it's the leg stuff that is really good for the arches. And the leg stuff also is good for dorsiflexion. So it's that kind of stuff.